The actor Michael J. Fox said this: "Family is not an important thing, it's everything." And when it comes to family, no one should ever get left behind or forgotten, because other things may change us, but we start and we end with family. Welcome to this week's Hope from the Hills. The Bible says this: "My command is this, that you love each other as I have loved you." That's Jesus' own words from John chapter 15 and verse 12. Our lives are made up with a web of connections within family, from parents and siblings, aunts, uncles and cousins, to extended relative links and family friends. Family conveys a sense of belonging, and our relationships within this unique community dynamic shapes and defines us more than anything else, where we've come from, where we are, and indeed where we're going. Moreover, if we take a step back and consider ourselves with an objective, honest evaluation, then we begin to glimpse how the world ultimately defines us through the relationships we form and the family to which we're tethered, more than any three-line bio or social media profile. In short, we cannot go anywhere without acknowledging who we are and to whom we belong. And yet, when all's said and done, the only relationship that genuinely defines who we are is our relationship with God. But God demonstrates his own love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. That's a reminder that Paul sent to the Romans in chapter 5 and verse 8. You are God's masterpiece, the only thing in this world that has an inherent value. You matter, you count, and you are no waste of space, because the very space you occupy was the only creation Jesus was willing to die for. The only creation in this world with whom the God who made it all wants a relationship, because you are uniquely special. You're made in his image with an open invitation to be forever part of his family. The one who has ownership over your past, your present and your future has the power, right and sovereignty to define and determine his relationship with you on his terms, because he is faithful to forgive the heart that is genuine, guide the willing and uphold the promises he makes to those who faithfully endure. In his family, you can trust the one who does not change, cannot lie, whose mercy and compassion is never ending, and whose truth endures to all generations, with confidence that he will never let you down and he will never let you go. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. That's God's own words to us today from Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 3. So what does establishing that relationship with God speak and teach us about the less divine connections we have within family? Well, without hesitation, the fruit of our relationship with him should define how we both treat and perceive those who God brings into the midst of our family communities. We should see our family members exactly as God does, made in his image, equally a masterpiece, deserving our unconditional love, support, encouragement and acceptance. If the countenance and hallmarks each of us carries as his children are power, love and self-control, then we, as his family, should do right by one another and to the family, a choice we should always make and a choice we should always take. We should think before we start speaking, always prayerfully consider our actions towards the family around us and the one within whom he has placed us, not in our own strength, but out of all of which he has gifted and provided for us. Family matters to God, and right now he's actively seeking a relationship with you that will be life-changing. He wants you to know that you're special. He wants you to know that you're made in his image. He wants you to know that you're the most valuable thing to him in this world, and he wants you to know him because he already knows you. If there's any truth that family and relationships define us, then we must make sure that the most significant one that defines you best is the one that you have with God. Because when it is, the very other relationships you have and the family field in which he has planted you to bloom will be blessed by his presence. When he's part of who you are, then the world and indeed the family around you know who he is. I'll see you next time.